World War II games keep finding new ways to pull us back in. Bigger battles, sharper visuals, and better storytelling than ever. Today, we're going over 10 of the best ones you can play right now. Not ranked, just a solid lineup worth your time. Let's dive in. Call of Duty World War II dials back the futuristic chaos and drops you straight into the brutality of 1944. Its campaign isn't just about heroics. It's about survival, brotherhood, and the cost of war. You'll storm the beaches, liberate cities, and watch your squad fracture under pressure. It's cinematic and heartfelt, capturing that grounded tension the series lost along the way. Trading drones for allies and power-ups for first aid kits gives the action a real weight that's easy to get absorbed in. Once you've seen the campaign through, multiplayer grabs hold fast. The new war mode and grounded combat keep the action sharp without relying on futuristic gimmicks. Divisions, contracts, and headquarters add variety, while Nazi Zombies delivers that classic mix of tension and teamwork. It's not flawless. Some maps blur together and small issues pile up. But when the guns start firing and the chaos sets in, this return to World War II is as exciting as it is nostalgic. If you've been craving a World War shooter that doesn't feel like it's trying too hard, Easy Red 2 might be exactly what you've been waiting for. It throws you straight into the chaos of Anzio, Stalingrad, and Normandy without the overblown Hollywood gloss, letting you fight, command, and even fly your way through massive battles that actually feel desperate. You'll switch roles, manage supplies, and make every bullet count. Not because the game tells you to, but because surviving depends on it. It's rough around the edges, but that's part of its charm. It's a little clunky, the visuals are modest, and the AI occasionally loses its mind. But none of that matters once the shells start falling. The game's sense of scale, the sheer noise of it all, and the satisfaction of watching your push actually work make it something special. Easy Red 2 is for players who want a bit of grit with their fun. A war game that doesn't care about perfection, only about putting you in the mud and letting you fight your way out. Hell Let Loose proves that not every shooter needs to be fast to be exciting. This is a game about tension, about crawling through mud, watching your squad fall, and pushing forward anyway. Every bullet has weight, every respawn costs time, and every moment of silence feels like it could break any second. It's the kind of World War II game that punishes impatience but rewards teamwork like nothing else. There's no scoreboard glory here, no endless respawns. Just a gritty rhythm of advancing, dying, and rebuilding under pressure. The gunfire might lack the thunder of its peers, but it still captures that raw, heavy feel of World War II combat. It's slower, harsher, and demands full attention, but that's what makes it so rewarding. For anyone tired of modern chaos and looking for something tactical and grounded, Hell Let Loose is one of the best ways to lose an evening. Company of Heroes 2 doesn't try to overhaul what worked before, it builds on it. The tactical combat still revolves around smart positioning, cover use, and flanking. But this time, the frozen battlefields of the Eastern Front add a harsher, colder edge. Watching soldiers fight through blizzards or tanks smash through ruins is impressive, and the smaller scale of each battle keeps every decision meaningful. You're not just managing units, you're trying to outthink and outmaneuver your opponent one trench at a time. The campaign follows the Soviet army through some of the war's harshest battles, mixing desperate defenses with all-out assaults. It's not all new ideas, but it's still engaging, thanks to its atmosphere and authenticity. Theater of war missions and multiplayer modes extend the experience far beyond the story. Company of Heroes 2 may not reinvent the genre, but it refines one of its best formulas, offering a tactical, gritty, and deeply satisfying return to the chaos of World War II. If you've ever wanted a true World War II experience that leans into teamwork over twitch reflexes, Squad 44 is it. Built on the framework of Squad, this large-scale tactical shooter drops you into chaotic 1940s battlefields where coordination matters as much as your aim. Every push for an objective feels like a group effort, and when your squad's comms light up with real-time callouts, the game truly comes alive. The maps are authentic, filled with wide fields, bombed-out villages, and dense hedgerows that set the tone perfectly. Visually, it nails the era. From smoke curling out of rifle barrels to tracer fire lighting up the night, It's a battlefield that feels alive. The sound work seals the immersion. Grenades thump, bullets crack, and the tension never fades. While still being refined, it already delivers a rock-solid experience for anyone who wants depth over flash. Squad 44 isn't just another World War II shooter. It's one that rewards those willing to slow down, think, and fight as part of something bigger. Sniper Elite 5 takes Carl Fairburn deep into 1944 France, bringing back the series' signature mix of stealth, sharpshooting, and gloriously brutal X-ray kills. The new level design gives you more freedom than ever to infiltrate massive maps, slipping through windows, climbing walls, and setting up shots from any angle. Combat feels smoother, and the ability to customize weapons and skills lets you shape Fairburn to your playstyle. It's a strong evolution that feels more polished and responsive than before. Still, it can't fully escape repetition. The campaign repeats familiar sabotage objectives, and the AI occasionally acts erratically. What keeps it engaging are the satisfying X-ray kills and the added depth from co-op and Axis invasion. The improvements aren't revolutionary, but they add enough to make it the most refined version of Sniper Elite yet. It's gruesome, precise, and confident in what it does best, turning every trigger pull into a cinematic slow-motion highlight. Before Brothers in Arms, most World War II shooters were about lone soldiers running headfirst into battle. This one changed that. Instead of being a one-man army, you command a squad of paratroopers dropped behind enemy lines on D-Day, using real tactics to survive. Every mission demands strategy, pinning enemies with suppressing fire, flanking from cover, and coordinating assaults. It's brutal, grounded, and makes every victory feel earned. When it all clicks, it's one of the most rewarding shooter experiences. The authenticity sells it. The dusty towns, desperate firefights, and exhausted faces of your men all bring the Normandy campaign to life. It's tough. Enemies hit hard, and you'll die often. But that's part of the experience. The gunplay feels powerful, the sound work is stellar, and the story captures the chaos of command under fire. Brothers in Arms didn't just make World War II shooters more realistic, it made them smarter, setting a new standard for tactical combat on console. If you've ever wanted a World War II shooter that actually feels like you're in the middle of the real thing, Enlisted might be the one. Built by the team behind War Thunder, it drops you into massive, historically detailed battlefields, from the rubble of Stalingrad to the streets of Berlin, all modeled with care and authenticity. You don't just play as one soldier, you command an entire squad, swapping between them mid-battle to keep the fight going. It's brutal, chaotic, and endlessly rewarding. The gunplay is tight, the movement deliberate, and the vehicles, while clunky, add to the sense of realism. Tanks break down, planes crash, and you'll constantly scramble for ammo mid-fight. The game nails that grounded, gritty feel most shooters gloss over. Despite being free to play, Enlisted doesn't shove monetization in your face. You can unlock new gear just by playing. It's equal parts shooter and simulation, a blend that makes every match feel like you're fighting for inches, not kills. Few free-to-play games hit that perfect mix of realism and fun the way War Thunder does. Whether you're soaring over the clouds in a P-36 Hawk or tearing through enemy armor on the ground, this World War II combat sim nails the feeling of old-school military power. The planes look and sound incredible, with every engine roar and burst of gunfire adding to the chaos. Even the smaller details, like sunlight breaking through clouds mid-dogfight, make it hard not to get pulled in. There's a surprising amount of depth here too. Arcade mode keeps things fast and forgiving, while realistic and simulation modes punish every mistake. The learning curve is steep, especially when navigating the game's cluttered menus, but once you're in the air, it's pure adrenaline. The best part? Despite its complex systems, War Thunder never pressures you to pay up. It's generous with rewards, fair to new players, and still one of the best ways to relive the era of piston engines and steel wings. When Call of Duty 2 landed, it didn't just continue what the first game started, it turned the chaos of World War II into a full sensory overload. Infinity Ward dialed everything up: the sound, the explosions, the relentless action. Every battle feels massive, with bullets tearing through walls, smoke filling your view, and allies shouting over the chaos. The attention to detail is wild for its time, from the way enemies react to being shot to the grit and destruction coating every corner of the battlefield. It's also the game that refined what would become the foundation of the entire Call of Duty formula. The regenerating health system, cinematic pacing, and non-stop missions made it feel like you were living through an action movie. Even though it's linear, the intensity keeps you locked in from start to finish. Combined with sharp graphics, incredible sound design, and explosive set pieces, Call of Duty 2 was the moment this series became a blockbuster name. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when I upload new content. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And check out these other videos you might like. See you in the next one.